Let's continue our discussion here in the studio. Welcoming back Dave Menley and Aaron Lennon. I want to focus on the captains, the battle of the captains ahead of the North London derby since Spurs at home. Let's go with Son Heung-min. Now, so far, 8 goals, 2 assists in his last 8 league games against Arsenal. Is he the man to watch for you today, Aaron?
Yeah, he is. Like I said, he's not only the captain, he's a phenomenal player. He loves playing against Arsenal, as you can see from his last appearances against them. And he leads the line well. He starts the press, so it's not just what he does on the ball, it's what he does off the ball. His energy. But like you said, his quality is... And I know he's not been scoring as late, but he really turns up for these games. He's a big game player, and I really fancy him to be out today. And I won't be surprised if he scored a couple of goals today.
David, does he strike you as an individual that you would go to battle with as a captain, as the leader of Tottenham?
I mean, Son's been a great player now for, I think he's been there for near on a decade, something like that. But what's a player he's been for the football club? He's sort of probably, yeah, he's had a sort of decent season, but probably not one of his best. But he's such a talented player, and he really has to. When he plays well, Tottenham play well. When he sets the tempo of the team, his sort of energy, you can see he does like Aaron said, he loves playing against Arsenal, and he will set the tempo of the team. And if he plays well, the Tottenham generally play well if he plays well. So the tempo of the team and setting the standards, yeah, he's a top draw player.
You're correct there. It's almost 10 years. He joined in August of 2015. That was a year after you retired, David?
Sorry?
Was that a year after you retired?
It might have been, actually. I mean, we're just saying 11 years now. Yeah. It's incredible. I know.
Time flies.
Time.
It certainly does
fly. I get younger as I get older, though.
Yeah, true. You know, speaking of that sort of period, I remember reading about Martin Odegaard, this talented youth prospect, went to Real Madrid, Aaron, and then it didn't quite work out there, went on loan to Arsenal, seemed to go pretty well. They signed him. Now he's the Arsenal captain. Just looking at some of his statistics so far this season, 78 chances created from open play only. That's the most of any player in Europe's major league. I mean, when you look at Odegaard, he's the one that makes them tick, doesn't he, Aaron?
He definitely does. Like you said, everything goes through him. Obviously, this is even before they had Rice. Obviously, Rice has added to that. And now, but Odegaard is the key for me. If I was Tottenham, I'd be focusing on stopping him playing, because I think everything, especially all the creative, if you look at, like you said, look at his chances there, he's creating the most in Europe. He's such an impressive player. And he's a bit like Son also. He sets the press, he sets the tempo. Off the ball, but he's such a clever footballer. Even though he plays for Arsenal, I would have loved to have played with him, because he is a talented boy, and yeah, he's definitely one to watch and one to stop for Spurs to have any chance today.
David, they are stacked with talent when it comes to Arsenal. You look at the back, Gabriel and Saliba, superb defenders. Bukayo Saka, been a star for several years now. But do you think Odegaard is the most important facet of this machine at Arsenal Football Club, David?
I think he is. I think the talent that he's shown, that his desire, his work rate, standards, he sets the whole tempo of the game. You can see his composure when he has the ball. His decision making is some of the best I've seen. His passing quality, he gets the goals, his assists. Even the last game against Chelsea, I thought was exceptional. But you can see from all his clips, he's the one who sets the tone and allows all the other players, he brings the other players into the game. And I think obviously that Arsenal, they've got strength in depth now. They're a different team now. They've got a different mindset to what they had last year. They're all working as a unit. They're battling, they're strong. You know, their away form I think is the best in the league, which is in the Premier League. To have that, you've got to be strong to go to other places and win the way they are. And he's sort of setting the standards of the whole team.